Hi, James. So I think you have a lot of good things going on in this project. Obviously, it's functioning correctly, but I thought I would just add just an extra tip or production tip for just ways that might make working with bigger projects a little bit more efficient. And really, that's just adding some slide titles, even if you don't want them to display on your slide. So what you have here right now, look in the outline, you don't have any titles here, right? So you just don't want anything on the slide, and I get that. It looks really clean. It looks fine. But when we start hyperlinking and start branching, so if I select one of these, edit hyperlink, you can see that you can sort of see the changes here, right? So you can see a little label underneath each of them. But sometimes these changes are very subtle and difficult to perceive in the slide preview thumbnail. And then trying to select slide 4, is it 5 or 6? Not always so easy. So I really like to work with titles here. If for nothing else, it just makes it easier to either hand off the project with another developer, or when you start working with slides where you have to scroll and adding hyperlinks in the branching. So real simple change. When I come in here and I right click your existing slide, just one of them for example, I see that it's labeled as a title slide, but there's nothing on the slide. So if I reapply it, most likely you just deleted these text boxes. Nothing wrong with that, right? Well, what I would probably recommend is just come in here and choose layout and then choose title only. And again, it's still going to put a title on the slide, but we'll get rid of that now. So go up here to view and then slide master. Now the cool thing about PowerPoint is PowerPoint's actually going to auto select the layout that you're currently selected. So I'm just going to take this and move it off the slide. So what do we get here? We get the benefit of a title that we can reference and that we can quickly identify within the hyperlink window or the branching, but we also get what you want, which is a really clean layout and the best of both worlds. So if I close this, and you can see that now the title slide has been updated, just type in introduction. Check it out in the outline menu, and there's my title. So let's go ahead and apply this layout to the remaining 4 slides. So if I shift click those 4, right click and just choose layout and then I'll apply title. Now title looks just like blank, right? That's just because the text placeholder is actually off the slide. We're only seeing the slide content right there. And there it is. Again, this is just one of those options, but it really makes it easier once you start working with a lot of these slides. So that's a dog, cat, then fish, and then maybe whatever. So what do we get here? If I select any of these slides and I right click, we're still going to have the hyperlink. It's still going to function, but you're going to see that it's been updated. Right, so that was the dog. There we go. So each of these has been selected. You can see where it's a lot easier now to quickly identify it here from the document window rather than the preview. So the hyperlinks will be updated. Just an idea, just makes it a little bit easier. You can see our outline menus all set up, but when we start applying things like branching and hyperlinks, it'll also make it easier to select from the drop-down window. But just one of those ideas and production suggestions that could make a lot easier, a lot more efficient when working on the larger projects.